nice. I just love it. I feel so young. Thank you, Brandy. Gave you a shout out. My husband loves it. You're going to have to do it every day now. So I just want to welcome everybody. If you remember, Brandy was on the show 2 weeks ago doing makeup over in the corner on Fuchsia. And Fuchsia does hair at the same shop that Brandy does makeup. So that's y'all shout out for today. But welcome everybody. We have a great, great show tonight. And you know, with the new year, everybody wants to do something regarding exercise. We say it, but we just don't do it. We watch other people who've been doing it do it. And so we're going to get on that today. We're going to give you some information on women that bike, especially black girls that do bike. Sorry, I hit the table. So we're also going to talk about women who lift weights. And I'm telling you right now, if you take the time to listen to this good information, you're going to be interested in doing something that's just a little bit different. You don't have to be in the basement doing step aerobics. You don't have to be in the basement doing anything that's just usual. What you could do is get on that bike, get with some of your favorite girlfriends, and ride. All right, everybody, I'm going to introduce my guest. And to my left here, I have Miss Sabrina Williams. You remember Sabrina from earlier when we first started? She rides. And to Sabrina's left, we have our weightlifter, Kim Williams? Young. Kim Young. I'm sorry, I'm not good with that. Kim Young. And to Kim's left, we have Deltrice Daniels. Thank you, ladies. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for
I'm
having
so
us.
glad y'all could come. And I am just so excited to talk about all the good things regarding biking and weightlifting and health and women and black women and, of course, white women, every kind of woman, just so that we understand that women can do everything that men can do. And I hate to say it, but most of the time, we better. Just saying. So let's start off talking about blackgirlsdobike.com. That's the organization that I found out you were involved in, which made me wonder, we should get this on the show and talk about it a little bit. So just tell me about what blackgirlsdobike.com is all about.
Well, Black Girls Do Bike was started by our founder, Monica Godfrey Garrison. And it was, I believe, designed for growing and supporting the interest of community of black women of color, for all of us to get out and ride. She was out riding by herself and, not seeing our faces, not seeing enough of us. Maybe one here, one there, just scattered about. And so she created Black Girls Do Bike to bring us all together. And it was establishing a comfortable place where, female cyclists can support each other, advise each other. We can organize group rides. You don't have to be physically fit or anything. You come out all ages, size. You don't even have to worry about all that. And just come out and get together. It's a womanhood. Deltrice can tell you more about it because she is one of the sheroes of Akron. I am involved in the Cleveland chapter and the Akron chapter. The sheroes of the Cleveland chapter are Caller Wainwright and Diane Hillenbrand. And Deltrice is from Akron. I'll let her she can tell you more about it. I just like to ride, as I tell them. I make the videos and I like to ride.
All right, Deltrice, tell me a little bit about, I did see on the website where they talked about inclusive, empowering, and paying it forward.
Absolutely.
So what does that have to do with Black Girls That Bike?
Well, just as Sabrina mentioned, Black Girls Do Bike was started with Monica with the question really, as Monica was riding her bike with her family, and do black girls bike? And that's what, yes, black girls do bike. And so that was in Pennsylvania. And so after that, there is currently right now, Black Girls Do Bike is an international organization. And
now that's something that if you guys look, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I just was shocked at how many chapters
It's amazing.
you guys have. I mean, like, everywhere.
Everywhere. Yep. And so the very first chapter was started down in Florida, and it's beautiful weather at all times, but still the same concepts. The shero down there was like, where are all the black women at? Where are the rides at? And so she contacted Monica and said, hey, can we bring this concept here? And Monica was like, sure. And so someone else, can we bring this concept here? Can we bring this concept here? And so that's how it got spread around the United States and outside, just to encourage women to get on bikes, to help with their being physically active, and create a sisterhood.
Now, you were telling me that the lady down in Tampa called up Monica and said, well, I want to start a chapter down there.
Yes, down in Central Florida. That's what she actually, to be honest with you, she did not even call. This was back in the day. She didn't write her bike, but she did send her a nicely handwritten note, and that's what I like about that story. Because back in a couple of years back, the internet was not as readily acceptable or not readily available, but you can always use your hand and get a pen and get some paper. It's a wonderful thing because it started. So now I would not have met Sabrina. I would not have met. I would not have met many of the women that we ride today, and it creates that sisterhood. And there are so many other women across the United States. And the very fun part about Black Girls Do Bike is we get together every year for a national meetup. This year, 2020, the national meetup is in Chicago for the Bike the Drive ride. So with a lot of riding events, there's a large event. And so in Chicago, they have the Bike to Drive, and that's where we're going to have our national meetup. So women from all over the United States come and meet together. And ride bikes. You ride little miles, you ride big miles, you ride any type of miles. There's no what's the word I'm looking for? Like, just because you rode 10 miles and someone rode 60, that doesn't matter. Right. You got out there and you got on your bike. That's what matters.
Now, we're going to talk about that because it blows my mind to think how far you guys ride sometimes. Now, if you want to start your own chapter, are there bylaws? Do you have to pay a fee? Or can you just write a letter to Monica and start it up?
Well, currently now the internet is available, so you can contact Monica via email nowadays and contact her and express that interest. And she's going to inquire about what the cycling community looks like. And I don't want to say if there's a need, but however, she wanted to make sure that there's a great fit to have the Black Girls Do Bike brand in that city.
So if you have about 10 women that you regularly ride together, would that be enough to start a chapter? Because I'm just putting it out there because people
absolutely.
I wonder if I could start a chapter to live down in Rootstown, Ohio. And I'm not throwing no shade on Rootstown, but when I found out there's a place called Rootstown, Ohio, I'm just thinking, where in the world? Have you ever heard of Rootstown, Ohio?
No. Is there black people down there?
I don't know because I just met a woman from there, and I was like, well, where is that? Is it in Ohio? And she said, yes. So, but I'm just asking, if there's about 10 members, could you start it?
I would say absolutely. That is a question for Monica to answer that, but I would not see why not. We have a group of interested women who are riding bikes. That is exactly what Black Girls Do Bike do.
Yeah. So they can basically go to the website and is there a place on the website?
Yes, there is a contact form on the website. I do know that, for example, we do have a chapter here in Cleveland. We do have a chapter here in Akron, in Ohio. Now, if someone wanted to start a chapter in, let's say, Cleveland Heights, more than likely Monica may say, there's a chapter in Cleveland or Akron. You may want to participate in those chapters. So you have to look at she's probably going to look at the geographical area. So if there's places that are close, join those groups. But if it's not close, okay, maybe somebody might want to go to Rootstown.
I'm probably going to get backlash about that, but it's just amazing. I'm thinking there's so many places that you never heard of, but a lot of the places that you guys have chapters, I would have never thought you had chapters in. I mean, like Birmingham, Memphis, I just thought it was a Cleveland thing. I had no idea that.
Yeah,
it really grew
fast.
Yes. Wow. So we bike, y'all. We're biking. We're biking. We do. And you guys have a lot of shirts you can buy off the website.
Absolutely. This is actually one. I was trying to find the Cleveland, the one that Deltrice had, that she got for us, and I couldn't find. I got so many jerseys.
Wow.
I couldn't find it. So I just, and the container had jerseys in, it was like, let me just grab the first one I can get.
I like
So I grabbed up this one. There's Black Girls Who Bike. There's this one. There's a blue one, a black one, a pink one. I think they have like Pittsburgh colors. There's Cleveland colors. Well, one is Pittsburgh is a Steelers colors, but there is one that's a high vision. That's also Pittsburgh colors. I think it's green, it's orange,
and yellow.
It's yellow. It's more so that it can be seen at night.
Oh, that's very.
Because we ride during the early mornings, late nights. We've ridden all times of the day, with all types of people, all different types of bikes. I've never had so much fun in my life as I have since I've met these young ladies and started riding. I've had so much fun. I've been able to get out, and my personality has begun to bubble again because I had felt like I was becoming trapped in life, different things. I wanted to get back to working out. I had lost my knees and my foot and everything, and I had the knee surgery. I just thought that working out was over for me. And then, a friend of mine introduced me to a riding bike, and I went to Walmart and bought this mountain bike, and it was like, good, why is everybody passing me? And I just found out about these trails. I didn't know anything. I thought Valley View was the only thing that existed like that. I thought that was it. Valley View, and that was it. And, okay, it goes that far, and that's it. And then I just happened to see one of the pastors had said that they rode Black Girls Who Bike. And I'm like, Black Girls Who Bike? What is that? And I started investigating it, and I saw that Deltrice had actually posted a ride that they were doing for the Underground Railroad down at the Bicycle Co-op. And that was my first ride where I met Deltrice and Carla, and there were several other girls from Pittsburgh that came. And once we started riding, it was like, oh, you know what? I found them.
Now, what is this Underground Railroad bike?
Oh, wow.
Explain what that is, because that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
What did you guys do?
One of the things I like to do when I lead bicycle rides throughout the city of Cleveland, really anywhere, is to have some type of history behind it. So in addition to getting physically fit, you're also learning some information. So here in Greater Cleveland, Ohio, there are so many historical places, Underground Railroad historical places. So that was the theme of the ride. I have partnered with the Ohio City Co-op for that ride, and of course I promoted it, and like she said, we had women from Pittsburgh that made a trip to Cleveland.
They rode their bikes from Pittsburgh?
They drove their vehicles with their bikes on the back of the car, and then took them off. So oftentimes, this is really when we are doing large, we just say big miles. When we do big miles like that, we are putting our bikes on the back of our vehicles and transporting them to the location, taking them off, riding the big miles, and then coming back home.
Wow. So I know something you had said when you were talking about your knee surgery and how you felt like you weren't going to ever ride, or you hadn't started riding, you felt like you couldn't exercise again. And that's something I'm just going to deviate away to talk about with especially women of age. I'm of age, and I know when I broke my fibula about a year or so ago, and the young doctor said, oh, Miss Brown, you're not going to heal as well as if you had broke it 30 years ago. It healed, but, I can still feel it, but I can still run, and because that's what I do. But I just want to encourage women and tell them what you had to do to recover, because you're back riding, full strength.
When I had met Dylan, I had my foot surgery in 2015, and they totally reconstructed my foot. I had to get an arch support and build and everything. And I was kind of afraid at first to ride with him. I was a little intimidated, thinking, I'll never be able to keep up. My foot will cramp, et cetera, et cetera. And then I started seeing women like Kim and Linda Brooks and all these other different women. And it was like, it doesn't matter about if I'm in shape or not. It has nothing to do with it. It's about taking ownership of your health.
Yes.
And we as Black women have to take ownership of our health.
Yes.
And make a decision to say, I'm going to get healthy regardless of what anybody thinks or says or whatever. Don't wait to start to get healthy. Just go out and just do it. And what I did was, these ladies encouraged me when I told them I had to have my knee surgery, because I was riding with them. We were riding big miles. The riding was the way that I was able to stay in shape. I lost a little weight. I was keeping up with him, and I mean, me and Deltrice, we were going everywhere riding. And then
I remember you were saying that your knees,
and then
you kept riding.
I kept riding. And, you know, they kept encouraging me, don't stop, keep riding, don't stop. Until it got to the point where I had to stop because my knees had deteriorated to the point where they were bone to bone. So I did the surgery, and the one thing that convinced me to do is the first question I asked my doctor: can I still bike? And he was like, yeah. And I said, no, you don't understand. I ride with Black Girls Do Bike. He was like, what's that? And I explained it to him. And I said, you know, we don't just ride around the corner. We ride. I roll with some phenomenal women, and they encourage us. We go all over the world. We've been all over the place. We've done a tour. We've gone everywhere. I want to know, can I go up hills? Can I go fast? Can I go slow? I mean, can I do all these things? Because if you tell me no, then I'm going back to the girls on a recumbent bike or something, and we're just going to keep pushing it. I'm just going to keep
what's a recumbent bike?
Deltrice can explain all of those things. I mean, so I did my rehab, and these girls came over to my house, and they encouraged me. And because of that, people sent me letters, people sent me encouraging words on the internet, and I sent videos out of getting back on that bike. And on the stationary bike, and I showed them on the internet, and I was back on that bike, and so many ladies were like, okay, we're ready. When are you ready to go? When are you ready to go? I just want to encourage women that don't let an injury, don't let childbirth, don't let weight gain, weight loss, depression, or anything, divorce, broken marriage, broken relationships, don't let anything keep you from doing what you love or starting to get into something that you love. I think that Black Girls Do Bike is more than just a biking club. Yeah. It is women that have had issues, problems, all these different types of things. But when you get on that bicycle, that is taking all of that away.
So it's like a sisterhood.
It definitely is a sisterhood. It is. It's a sisterhood. It really is. I mean, these ladies, they come together. I mean, we have fun. I'm probably the clown of them all.
Well, you're just a good
I like to do these videos. And if you go on the website, I'm sure Delvin will put them up there. You'll hear me say, "This is the video." Pay attention to it because I show all the ladies. We're out there having a fabulous time. Yes. It doesn't matter if some of us go fast, some of us go slow. Who cares? Just ride. Because eventually, those of us who are going faster are going to circle back and make sure nobody's left behind.
No woman left behind. That's one of the models of Black Girls Do Bike.
That's right. That is so encouraging. That's so wonderful because, you know, for me, I'm somebody who cannot ride a bike. I've fallen off. I'm just not coordinated. But if I could get one of those bikes that had the two wheels and the wheel on the front, because they have them for adults. You know.
So so you may be referring to a tricycle or recumbent, what she mentioned earlier.
That's a recumbent.
So if you like sitting on your couch at home, then you will have a recumbent bike. Okay. You are reclining back and you're using more leg muscles than you are on a regular bike, but it's so comfortable. You're lower on the ground, so I can see where some people may be apprehensive about riding that on the public roadways because you're lower to the ground, so you're lower than the vehicle's eyesight. So I can see where people can have concern about that, but you can take it, like, again, have a vehicle, put the bike on, or have a big van or somewhat to put the bicycle inside the vehicle, take it to where you want to go and ride and have a really good time.
That sounds great. It's like riding on a low back Harley. There's some people now say that some people may have injuries. There's a bike for every single person. Single person. So if you do have injuries in your lower level and you cannot even move your legs, then you can use your hands.
Absolutely.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
A hand cycle. You can pedal with your hands.
Pretty cool. That is absolutely so. Look, you guys. This is some good information. This is really exciting because this information will give anybody a chance to exercise.
Absolutely.
And to have a sisterhood. These women, I mean, just you guys, 3 women here that are doing different things, but a part of the same organization. I can feel the love. It makes me want to do it, and you know me. Oh yes. I'm scared about this. I just can see me doing the put one foot over and then going completely over. That's how scared I am. But we're going to talk a little bit to Kim about this weightlifting, and then we're going to go to a break, and then we're going to come back and talk about your bike tours and some of the things that go on when you do that. Now, Kimberly Young, I'm going to read your little bio that you sent me.
Okay.
It says Kimberly works in the field of INT. What's INT?
Information and technology.
Oh, IT. I was like, but in her spare time, she enjoys being active in different sports such as bike riding, spin classes. Oh, I've always wanted to do that. Boot camp classes. No, I've never wanted to do that. And recently, she discovered her love for weightlifting.
Yeah.
Now, if you guys look at Kimberly, she is not the big, buff, huge, bulging at the chest and arms and legs, weightlifting type woman, but she does lift weights. So she said she's going to share with us the benefits that she has personally received from weightlifting and how all women of every age should either start or include resistance training or weightlifting in their fitness and wellness journey. Now, are we going to look at, that's Kim. You guys looking at Kim? Show them, Kim. You are all woman.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, right.
All woman. She doesn't look like you're confusing her with a man.
Arnold Schwarzenegger female. No.
Okay. And she lifts weights.
I do.
So tell us a little bit about what you do and how you got into it.
Okay. Well, it's been a journey. It's been a journey from 14 years ago. So
Wow.
14 years ago, I lost 150 pounds.
All right.
And I lost it through low-carb eating and cardio.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't do any weightlifting at all. And that was fine. I've been able to keep the weight off all this time through cardio, but my body didn't change. I mean, it changed in that I was a much smaller version of myself,
Yes.
but my body fat stayed the same. And ultimately, the goal with weight loss is you don't want to make the scale the focus of weight loss. You want to focus on losing body fat because that's what makes us healthier. It looks better. You feel better. It's you want to lower the body fat.
And that's all I concentrate on is the scale. I'm supposed to be in the lost
That
25
scale
pounds.
will drive you nuts.
But that's kind of what everybody pushes. The commercials on TV, they're I lost 35 pounds.
Right.
But they don't talk about what you're talking about.
Right.
So I'm glad you're informing us the right way. So keep talking. I'm not going to keep it.
Okay. Well, I didn't really know about the body fat so much. It wasn't a concentration back then. It was all about the scale. I just said, Lord, let me get to this weight and let me get to this weight. So for 12 years, I was able to maintain that weight. And then I just felt like there was more that I wanted. I felt like it just seems like I should look a different way. It just seems like I should be able to move faster. It seems like I should be able to pick up more things. So long story short, I joined some boot camp classes, and I started lifting weights a little bit with dumbbells, which was fine. And then I went to a gym called Naturally Gifted, which is now called the Voltage Training and Fitness Center. That's the gym where I go to now. And when I went to the cardio classes at NG, Naturally Gifted, I looked around the room, and there were these women that had these boulder shoulders, and they were ripped here, and
they had what you see in weightlifting.
Right, but they didn't look like men. They just looked good. I mean, really, really good. They looked fit and they looked strong. And these weren't women who were 21 and 25. These were women of age, 45 and up, 40 and up. And I became interested in that. So someone said that they were trained. They did personal training with Philly Whedon, who is my personal trainer. And this is how they developed all of these muscles. So I reached out to Philly. I've been training with him for almost 2 years. The benefits are just numerous. And I will never go back to not lifting weights.
So you got a personal trainer when you started lifting weights?
Yes. When I got seriously into it, I got a personal trainer.
Okay. And you still have the personal trainer?
I do.
So, and I'm not going to ask you how much you pay, but what is usually the cost range to get a personal trainer, and how many times a week do you train with him?
Well, okay, I'm going to speak from just my personal experience. I've heard anywhere. I would recommend to anyone to go at least 3 times per week for you to see results.
For like an hour each time?
For an hour each time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've heard, it really depends on who you get. You know, they can start from $100 a month.
Mm-hmm.
It can go up to $500 a month. I mean, it can roll like that.
That's not
But
bad.
it is worth it.
For 3 times a week, $100 a month, that's cheaper than
It's worth it. Yeah. Yeah. It's worth it. It's whatever the range is, it is absolutely worth it.
And
I
to
mean,
keep
there's so many
yourself
benefits.
from messing up and lifting too heavy a weight or something.
Exactly,
So
yes.
what does your trainer do for you?
He has taught me how to lift weights. He's shown me that because I'm a little bit older than a lot of the women that I train with,
Mm-hmm.
I went in there thinking, I can't lift that or I can't move like that. Well, he has made me stronger physically and mentally, I have to say, where I can do those things that I didn't do before. And the weightlifting enhances everything else that I do. It enhanced my bike riding, whereas before maybe I could ride 30 miles and feel like, okay, I just barely made it. Well, now I feel like there's an unlimited. I feel like my legs are stronger, everything is stronger. It's easier to get up hills.
Ooh.
Women need resistance training, flat out. You can't, if you're going to start a weight loss journey or a fitness journey, my personal suggestion, I wouldn't suggest doing just cardio.
Right.
You need cardio, you need resistance training, and you need a better eating plan.
So the resistance training is like strength training. Right?
It's the same thing as weightlifting, strength training, and resistance training. So maybe you can start off with doing body weight exercises, starting to do push-ups. Push-ups are not easy, but you can build up to that. You can build up to that, and there's so many benefits.
So when you started weight training, did you gain muscle or did you gain weight or did you just stay the same weight that you were?
When I started lifting weights, let's say I lost the weight, and let's say my body fat stayed at 30% for 12 years.
Wow.
At 25, I think, I'm not a personal trainer, but I think at 25%, 26%, you're still considered obese.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
So I was still up there. My body fat was still up there, and even with all the jumping around that I was doing, with all the bike riding that I was doing, I couldn't chop down that body fat.
Yeah.
So once I started lifting weight and heavier weights, that body fat started chopping down like this.
And developing muscle.
And then you started to see all the hard work that I had been doing over the years. The muscle started coming through.
Yeah.
You lose inches in places that you didn't think you were capable of losing inches. Like, you could look in the mirror and say, okay, well, that's never going to leave. If you drop that body fat, this will leave. I mean, in different places that you could never imagine.
And that's from the weight training and
That's
the
from weight
resistance training.
Yes, that's from lifting weights.
Wow, that's really, that's just so interesting because a lot of people have been working out for years.
Yes.
And it's like, I can't lose that little bit of body fat. And then you see the Sonobello commercial.
Right.
You talk about cutting it out when you really could just change the way you're training.
You can.
Or working out.
You absolutely can.
And then a personal trainer is, I never knew that they would actually, I always think they're just telling you what to do. But he's studying what you need individually.
He said, I told him when I went to him, he said, what do you want? I said, I would like to be fit at 50 and over. I want to be able to do what I want to do. I want to move. I want to be stronger. He said, I'm going to give you all of that, but we're going to keep all your parts, your lady parts.
Oh, thanks.
So, he said, we're going to keep your femininity, and that's what he has done.
Yes.
That's what he has done.
Good.
So there's a lot of benefits to it. I mean, it helps to stave off osteoporosis. For women who are postmenopausal, there's a higher risk of you to get osteoporosis if you're a thin woman and you have zero muscle. If you have added some muscle to your body, you lower the risk of getting osteoporosis.
And even I'm not thin, and I'm 59. I just got a bone density test, and thank God everything came out good. But just because of my age,
Yes.
they were like, okay, we got to test you to make sure you're not, your bones are okay. And it's just making sure that you stay on top of it before you get to the point where you're deteriorating.
For
it's
sure.
the key.
Yep.
It's the key.
Yep.
So we're going to take a little break. So I am going to say grab a snack.
A healthy snack. Grab some vegetables.
Yes.
Some fruit.
Okay, grab some vegetables, water, and some water, and then come on back and watch the video. You could see some of the pictures from Black Girls Do Bike. It's a great organization, and we're going to come back and talk about their bike tours and a few other things with these wonderful ladies. So we'll be right back in like 30 seconds, 1 minute. Welcome back. We have Sabrina here, and Deltrice here, and Kim here, and we're talking about women that bite, and we're talking about healthy eating, and about losing weight the right way, and getting a trainer, and we're just talking about all that stuff. So we're going to continue talking about it. I'm excited because I know every year I say I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And my doctor, I didn't even go to my appointment last month because I didn't want to hear in his mouth about my BMI being to the point where I'm just going to explode and come out with diabetes and everything because I'm so fat and so overweight. And I tried to explain to him, I'm a Black woman, I'm going to have a little bit extra, but for my height, I have a little bit too much extra. Go ahead, Sabrina.
That number thing is, I think that's a Black woman's poison.
It is.
I really do. I think that we as Black women get too caught up in the world that says you're supposed to be this size, in this shape, in this way, and do it this way.
Right.
We're not built like that. We're not geared like that. We're strong. We're tough. I mean, we're fortified women. I think God created us that way for a purpose.
Yes.
And don't allow the world to make you dummy that down.
And your body will tell you when stuff is not right.
Right.
At least I know mine.
Yeah.
And that's why I do know I am overweight. My middle is a little bit too thick.
Is it overweight or is it?
I'm carrying extra weight that's slowing me down. I notice if I were maybe 5 to 7 pounds lighter, I wouldn't feel like I'm carrying the extra weight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He thinks not. I'll be transparent. I weigh 191 on 5'3" 3/4. He said I should weigh 160 at the most. And I'm thinking, I don't mean to laugh. There's no way that I could lose. Well, I guess if I starved myself and worked out 5 hours a day, I would shrivel down to that. But then I don't think I would be able to carry myself the way I'm used to carrying myself. I think that if I were to lose 10 pounds in exercise, then whatever's supposed to come off, and will come off if it's needed, and eat properly. But I'm not going to shoot for a goal weight. Like a lot of people shoot. Yeah, they shoot for a goal weight. The BMI has its purpose for health reasons, I believe. I believe it has its purpose for health reasons. But then again, as an educated adult woman, I know when things are not right in my body, and I know when things are right in my body. So I think, like you were saying about your trainer, everybody is different. And if you don't understand that you are an individual and your body runs like your body runs, you'll get caught up in all these Atkins diets and, nothing against Weight Watchers.
Right.
Because it works for you, but I just know I'm not going to fret and worry. Now, if I got up to about 350, then I probably would just roll myself to the fat farm. I'm just saying, for me, at 5'3",
Right.
350 is just way too much. I'm just being serious.
Right.
I feel like I'm a little heavy. Encouraged by what you ladies are telling me. I mean, if I could ride a bike and not fall off of it, I would get on a bike just, if nothing else, just to have the camaraderie. And then knowing that it's exercise. Just exercise, whether like you said, whether you're riding fast or whether you're in the recumbent bike or whatever, it's exercise. And it's better than just sitting.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And not doing anything. Even if I don't lose weight, I need to move my muscles and get my cardio going.
Yes.
Because if you don't use it, you lose it.
Correct.
So,
fast.
And fast, especially the older you get.
Yes.
I mean, I'm telling you,
Yes.
when I wake up in the morning, those bones and knees, you don't just wait until you get.
I'm already there. Clean.
You got to stretch something and then go a little bit before you step down, because I'm dead as I'm out. You step down, and then next thing you know, you're on the floor because that didn't wake up yet.
Right.
So those are the kind of things I'm encouraged to know, that if I just do something, and then with the weight lifting, my doctor told me I need to get a personal trainer because he knows I don't do anything. But to know that a trainer will actually pay attention to me.
Yes.
Because I am not going to do the step aerobics. I'm clumsy, I will fall. And sometimes I always had in the mindset that a trainer is just, do this. Okay, next. And that's just wouldn't work for me. That wouldn't work for me. So all this information is good to know, that you can take what works for you and work it and get something moving and get something going and take the first step. Like you were saying, Sabrina, you didn't think you could do it.
Right.
And you took that first step and found exercise, found spiritual healing, found friendship, found ways to encourage yourself and the courage to get your knees operated on and recover from it and come back. And that's something that a lot of people, that's a major service.
That's a topic in itself. But, when I was listening to you, we as women, number one, are caregivers.
Yes.
And we spend more time caring for others than we do for ourselves.
True.
We put more energy into taking care of our children, our husbands, on the job, in the church, et cetera, that we neglect our own selves. And that's the one thing that I do like about Black Girls Who Bike, is that it encourages us to, you take care of your kids, that's fine, bring them with you.
Oh, you can bring your children.
You got a husband, that's fine, bring them with you. But it's certain lies that we do that, bring your kids, bring your husband, bring your whatever, bring people with you. But take care of self. You must take care of self. And that's what I like about Black women, is that we encourage each other to take care of self.
Yes.
You have to take care of yourself.
Yes, and that's a thing that I've been running into. Like, I have a women's meeting that I go to, and that was the main thing of our meeting the first Sunday of this month. And this, I don't know if it's just 2020 because it's a new decade or whatever, but women are empowered now, I believe.
More than ever.
Yes.
More than ever.
Wonderful.
Yes.
This is wonderful.
It's awesome.
And women who aren't encouraging other women and recognizing that you could be different from me, but we're both women.
Right.
And women who aren't on that tip, you guys are going to get left behind.
I want no parts.
Yeah, you're going to get left behind because that's that negative stinking thinking about women. I see women who just refuse to acknowledge the gifts that other women have. And just like when you said the woman came to you and encouraged you while you were down with your surgery and encouraged you with words and cards and just Facebook posts and things like that. That's where it's at right now. If you're not in that scene, you got to get left behind. Because we have to look out for each other.
Right.
Yep.
And that's part of my thing with my Phenomenal Women Rise Up. Y'all know, I'm not about to discourage or talk down about anybody. Now, I make jokes about myself because it's funny, but believe me, I lift myself up too.
Yes.
And this show right here today is all about trying something new and trying something different. And these women right here, all three of you guys are just so encouraged, and I'm so excited because I'm going to do something. Who knows? Maybe this time next year, I might have lost that 5 pounds. And
That's right. That's right.
Be riding a bike too.
I wanted to share, when I first actually got started serious riding bikes, I wasn't riding for health or exercise reasons. I was riding, and I still ride for transportation reasons. I need to get from point A to point B, and I'm going to do it on my bike. So the loss of the weight was an extra bonus for me.
Cool.
So for there's women or gentlemen that's out there listening, if you just want to, for one, I'm frugal, so I'm going to save money. So yes, going to ride my bike from point A to point B. I'm not going to use the gas. I'm going to use my bike, use my own legs, and then as an added bonus, I lost weight. How did that happen? Because I rode my bike.
Yep.
So.
And see, you don't even think about that, the fact that it's going to save you some money.
Right. Yes, it saves the money, it saves the environment. And it's really good overall for everyone. So for me, for people who do know me, I ride my bike first and foremost for transportation, and the exercise is just the added bonus.
Come on, girl. I had a boss that rode his bike to work every day, and he lived in Cleveland Heights Road downtown. And I used to think, this man is crazy. I mean, he would ride in the winter.
Yes.
And everything. You ride in the winter?
Yes, I do. So for a couple of years ago, when my daughter went off to college, and she took my vehicle, and I worked 3 miles away from my job. That's a 15-minute. That's a 15-minute free exercise daily. And so that's what I did. I rode my bike. And so for me, too, I could not call my supervisor and say, I can't come into work because it's snowing today. She's going to be like, okay, I can't come into work because it's raining. So oftentimes it's not the weather outside, it's just your equipment. So that means I needed to go and purchase some rain gear, purchase some panniers to carry my things I need to go to work. Just no excuses.
Right.
That's how I see it.
Wow, you make me. Speaking of equipment, let's talk about bikes. And I know you said you had bought a mountain bike when you first started.
Yeah, I had a mountain bike from Walmart when I first started, and like I said, people were leaving me.
And those are expensive, aren't they?
Well, it depends on what kind you get. Walmart bikes are more, to me, for kids. For kids to get on and tear up and monkey around on. But people who are really serious about biking will go to reputable bike stores such as Eddie's, Century Cycles. There's several different bike stores around.
There's a place up on Lee Road that's been up there, a bicycle shop, right? Bicycle
I came bicycle.
There's several ones. There's a bicycle shop right there on Chagrin and Warrensville. There's a bicycle shop there. So what I did was I actually went to one of the nurses when I worked at Cleveland Clinic, told me about a bike shop. B&K, I think it was called B&K Bikes. And on Mayfield. And I went up there and I said, you know what? He said, what are you looking for? I said, sir, I just don't want to get left. And he said, what do you mean by that? And I told him the kind of bike I had. I said, I just want to be able to, as hard as I'm pedaling, I should be going faster. I'm changing gears. I'm having a hard time getting up hills. What's the problem? I said, I was a kid. I remember my dad gave me a 10-speed. He was like, well, what are you doing? I told him, I said, by then I had discovered more trails.
Okay.
And that was before I met Del recently. He said, we ever heard of a hybrid bike? And I said, well, what's that? I'm thinking like a car. It's got to be a cross between something.
Yeah.
So he said, it is a cross between a mountain bike and a road bike. And I said, okay, I'm willing to try that. And he showed me a bike on a Giant Escape. And it actually it was kind of shaped like a mountain bike, but it had the feel to me and the lightweightness of a road bike. And it had the different level of gears. And he told me, you could pedal, and I started reading on how to shift. So I went back out, and when I went back out, the same people I saw the next time who passed me, I was like, okay. I kicked it in the gear, and I was like, aha! I passed it. And then after that, I took my road bike out, and that's when I met Del and them, and I started asking them questions, and I started seeing Del had a different bike every time we went on the ride. I was like, I want to be just like, I want to be like her. Yes, I want to be like her. And they were like, what do you mean you want to be like her? I said, you know what? She transitions her bikes up to fit the ride. And she doesn't allow whatever the ride is to make her afraid of it because of it's in hill. And maybe the degree is, maybe the hill is, oh God, you may have to climb 2,000 feet or something like that. She has the equipment. And I wanted to get into riding from home to work as well, and I wanted to get more into it. I wanted to transform playing basketball over into biking. So I had to get more into it. How do I do this? And so I started watching her, and then I started getting a little closer, and I started asking her questions. And I wondered if she ever thought, why she keep asking me all these doggone questions? She's not going to bike. And so every time she was going somewhere, I kept telling her, when you go, I want to go. When you go, I want to go. And the one thing I applaud her for, she never said, you're driving me crazy. No. She would call and say, okay, I'm going here. No, this is your option. This is what I'm going to do. This is how far I'm biking. I'm going this fast. What are you going to do? She gave me all the ABCs. She taught me the ABCs of biking. Check your brakes, check your air, check your gear, check everything. You sure, Sabrina? I'm like, yeah, let's go. So we packed up my truck and we would go. And she'd get ahead of me, so I'm like, good God, I can't keep up with this girl. But I kept pushing, and I think she realized that I really was into this, so she kept giving me more information. It wasn't just somebody I'm just going to try it for a second. I think she really realized I was very serious about it, and we started getting closer, and then she started finding me bikes. I wanted to road bike. We went on a ride, and it was all I could do to keep up with them. And I kept saying all the time, I got to get something that's faster. And so she went back I didn't even know. And she called me, she said, I got something for you. I found something. I said, what is that? A bike. As soon as she said it, I was like, where is it? And she told me where it was, Upscale Cycles on Lorraine. And I said, I'm there. And I put on clothes, jumped in the car, and I ran over there, and they showed me the bike, and I purchased the bike. And after that, when I got on that bike then, it was like, let's go.
The rest is history.
And I went from that bike to, every time she made a suggestion, I try it. Single speed, fixed gear, mountain bikes, hybrids, touring bikes. And then she made a suggestion about touring. It was like, let's go. I'm behind you. You got me this far. So let's see how far I can go.
So there's a science to, with anything, there's a science to it. But there's a science to the bike as well as the athlete that's on the bike. So, you know what I'm saying? The bike, you have to, just like you have to know how to carry a spare tire without carrying an actual spare tire.
Right.
That where somebody like me would think, well, if we're going on a long bike ride, should not have a spare, and wonder, where can I hook up the spare? It's just, there's a science to it, and understanding about upwinds and downwinds, and how to maintenance your bike, and things like that in this group, you can learn those from people like you, Deltrice, who've been riding and have studied it. So, if you join the group, they'll bring you along. And that's that paying it forward that you guys were talking about in the beginning. It's just, that's exactly what we look for when we're new at something, because it's scary. It's scary.
It is absolutely scary. And also, full disclosure, too, I wanted to mention that I am a lead cycling instructor.
Oh,
so I went through an intense 3-day training. So bicycle knowledge with other people. So it does help that ever since I was a little kid, I wanted to be a teacher. So that helped with that too. I'm always liking to share knowledge. And I didn't even know I was doing that, Sabrina. I'm just talking.
Sabrina she just takes in information. She's one of those kind of people that will absorb information,
Yes.
So while you're doing what you naturally do, she's absorbing it all. That's just how Sabrina is.
Right.
I'm telling you, a testament of what she's learned from you, I can see it. Because I remember when you first started biking, and I'm thinking, ain't no way I'm biking. And I saw the bike rack on your vehicle. Yeah. We used to go down to the Juvenile Justice Center. We ministered down there. And I'm like, she's really biking.
Right.
You don't think of black women biking.
Exactly.
Because you don't see it. Like you were saying, you just don't see it.
Right.
But you serious about it.
Right. I'm very serious. I met Kim on a ride we went out to Ashtabula Bridges and Vines, and that's where I first met Kim. And I saw Kim, and I was like, you know, she's Black Girls Who Bike. I'm gonna go over there and see if she's gonna ride.
That's right.
And she was like, yeah, let's go.
Yep.
Let's go. And I took off with Kim for a little while until the other girls kind of like, oh, she's going too fast. I'm gonna have to study that one too. I mean, so what I would do is whenever I would see one riding, they were going fast. I'm gonna have to study that one.
Right.
I'm catching. And that's what I did.
Fast is that you got to stop. Now, that's stopping and flipping over the handlebars is what is in the correct. If you're going fast like that, you got to stop. So you want to go faster and faster and faster. How long did it take you to learn how to stop when you're going fast?
It didn't take me long at all. I mean, it's just a matter of like when we ride in a group. Sometimes we do what they call like a we pace each other. We get behind each other.
A pace line.
We're a pace line. And we may be kind of close. We may be, I mean, like I'm talking like an inch off each other's information. But we have hand signals, and we call out things to let each other know when we're stopping, when we're going. Someone's on the bike on the right, bikers up, walkers up, car back. We talk to each other so that when we're riding, we actually protect each other so we can let somebody know, hey, okay, you know, somebody's coming to the left, be careful. Or whatnot, whatever. So we really do stick together when we ride. I mean, together we really stick together. And even if somebody gets, because we have this one Nancy. Nancy's an older lady. Nancy is not black. Nancy is Filipino, I think she is.
I think I saw her.
And Nancy is because
I
also want to say that even though we are Black Girls Who Bike, we are an all-inclusive group.
Yes. Hear that, lady?
Let me put that disclaimer out there.
Yes. Say that again.
All sacred colors. But Nancy, she is also older because most of us are in our 50s. I'm 50. You know, okay. Deltrice is a young woman, but out of 50 years old. Yes.
Oh my goodness!
Thank you, Jesus. But nevertheless, I mean, she can be very quick on that bicycle, and she's another one that I wanted, you know, to keep up with. But I just love the fact that they share their information. You know, Kim shared her information about, you know, the personal training. Deltrice shares her information about the biking, and when there are other rides, Deltrice is one to organize. She's a very good organizer.
Very good.
Very good organizer. Whenever we did rides, I didn't have to do anything. All I told her, you let me know how much, when, where, and how, and I'm there. And she would but she takes an account of everybody's situation, be it financially, emotionally, how they ride. She takes into account all of that to set everything up. I mean, just like she'll tell you about the Gap ride that we did, the Gap Trail ride that we did. That was a ride that I totally enjoyed. That really has convinced me that bike touring is going to be my thing when I retire.
And speaking of bike touring, because we're getting down to the wire here, you said that you're having a bike to drive ride in Chicago.
Yes.
What month is that going to be?
That's May. That's the meetup is May. I'll get the date here. 22nd through the 25th. There's various different rides that we have. I know there's Deltrice has organized rides that she does with Akron. Okay. Cleveland is doing. They wanted me to mention that they're doing Hills for Beginners, which that is about hill climbing to get women up endurance. They're doing a Sunday, they call it Sunday Fun Day ride, which is women who are of all levels just get together and they just pick a they just say, okay, we're going to do 5 miles today. And it may just be something they're just goofing off and they're just taking the time to ride 5 miles, or they may say, hey, we're going to go 15 miles today.
Now, with this Chicago Bike to Drive, do you have to pay a fee to get into it? And they can find all this out on the website, right?
Absolutely. If you visit www.blackgirlsdobike.com, there would be a dedicated page for that. So it's just like, it's an organized ride. So it's not sponsored through Black Girls Do Bike. It is sponsored through the organization there who put on the Bike to Drive. And so what we do is Black Girls Do Bike, that's what we call them meetups, because we kind of just take over.
Right.
We take over. From all over, we just take over. And so that's why it's called a meetup. So we meet up from all around the United States and ride together.
Oh, awesome.
I can imagine. And Kim, do you have a camp out? Because I think I saw that one you were posting. You guys were at a campsite somewhere. And I'm like,
So we camped out.
Yes.
We did. That's the touring ride that I organized.
it's like in tents and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, it was actually relaxing.
Except for Nancy.
Except for Nancy. Nancy didn't do bridges, and she didn't do the camping. She
So
did
me and Nancy would be
bridges.
no camera.
That's part of it. So that's reiterating what Sabrina was saying, that I take account of everyone's abilities. So just because Nancy didn't want to stay on the ground,
Right.
I can relate.
But you know what? It was very. The first mile, the first day we did,
changing.
it was very life changing because the first day we did. We actually were being filmed. We were part of an award-winning documentary on the Gap Trail called The Great Bike Ride. We put that out. The Great Ride. The Great Ride. And they actually filmed us from Cumberland, Maryland to Myersdale. And we rode. We started off. We actually, Deltree's organized it. We packed up our bikes. We went down to the train station, and we rode the train from Cleveland all the way to Cumberland, Maryland.
Wow.
Got on the bikes. We took off. And we rode, I think the first day was like 40 miles or something like that. And then the next 2 days we had to make up, so we rode, I think, almost 60 some miles each day. Wow. So we were riding, stopping, eating, fanning bugs, riding, stopping, eating. And then, but it was so much fun. It wasn't stressful or strainful or, oh my God, we got 15 more miles. Oh, dear God, help me. It wasn't. We all made it. We made it fun together. It was just fun. Yeah.
And enjoying outdoors nature
Oh, yeah,
at the same time.
With the suit on.
We did have our butt sprayed. We come prepared.
It
was really a good experience.
It really was. I love it.
That's something new. That's something new. Along with the weightlifting, the bike riding, and that I really have been wanting to learn how to do the spinning class. I'm trying because to me that can prepare me for the run and stuff. Because I'm doing the marathon. I got cleared to go do my marathon. I did it in 2018. Last year I couldn't do it. The young guy said, "Oh no, because your bones." But so I just want to encourage. This is my little spiel for the end of the show. I want to encourage women of all ages, of all races, to check out Black Girls Do Bike because it's a great organization. It's a situation where you might find out you really like something you didn't think you would, and you could meet somebody who you never would have met otherwise, and you can develop a friendship with someone who is just like you or someone who's different from you. And you can see different places and do different things and camp out. That's what you want to do. Or you could just visit somewhere and eat a really good meal, which is my thing. Eat food that you've never ate before. See things you haven't seen before. And get an exercise in and learn about taking care of you. This is the year of self-care for us women. We have to consider ourselves. Consider yourself in this situation. And if you need any information, you can messenger me at Terrikay, or you can go on the Black Girls Do Bike website, or you can, Sabrina's on Facebook, Sabrina Williams, and just, find us and ask questions, or go on the internet and look it up and take a chance. You might even see me out there one day on a recumbent bike. And I'm going to put my red flag on it or something, make it nice. You guys do that. It makes your stuff individualized and make your stuff personal. And then that way it's part of you. Right. And you are great. Women are great. We are phenomenal. We are phenomenal women. And I'm going to plug in there. Yes.
This is for you. This is Black Girls Do Bike. Magnets and little things. This is it could be a hair thing, it could be a neck thing, whatever you want it to be. Why did you give them your website, 3D Cycles and everything? Because like I said, Deltreese is the LCI, and I would really, you guys go on or support her.
I would actually encourage everyone to visit our bicycle advocacy organization here. Every city has a bicycle advocacy organization. What we work for safe streets to make sure that you have places to ride your bike safely, and that is our organization here is bikecleveland.org. And on that website, there is a community calendar where you will see Black Girls Do Bike information, Bike Cleveland information, and any other local club that is here in the greater Cleveland area that's doing some type of riding event. Even men, we have a Major Taylor cycling group that is almost like a brother to Black Girls Do Bike, almost, but nothing official. But there's rides, there's opportunities for anybody and everyone to ride their bike here in Greater Cleveland. So visit www.bikecleveland.org.
Vote.
And
Vote.
Just a
wrap it up.
okay, wrap it up.
Yeah, just tell them about.
Just a quick shout out about my gym. My gym is called the Voltage Training Fitness Center. The address is 1633 Lee Road, Cleveland Heights, Ohio. They have a variety of classes that you can get into. Fantastic gym. You can go to any gym, but that's just my personal
And
opinion.
tell them Kim sent you. All right, we'll see you next week. We're going to have people on here talking about how they overcame their illness when the doctor said they couldn't. See you next week, everybody.